Join us in this week's episode as we climb Ulleru's younger brother with Rusty and explore the Gawler Ranges.
We hit the dirt tracks through the ranges and visit some natural and historical sites.
Plus, we see an abundance of Australian wildlife.
I love the things you said to me, it seems like you like me too.
G'day, we are Sparkies on the Loose, both electricians. This is Curtis. My name is Amy, and this is our trusty four-legged apprentice, Rusty. We've been travelling around Australia for the past few years in our car and caravan. We're not afraid to get off the beaten track, and we have been documenting our adventures on the road as we go. Hit subscribe, sit back, and buckle up. Alright guys, so we just left Murphy Haystacks. We're heading to Pundana. Doing a bit of a detour, heading inland. We're going to head to, where are we heading, Kurt?
Gawler.
So we're going to go backtrack and go check out some sites around Pundana and Gawler ranges. The weather is predicted to be raining and pretty bad for the next 2 days. So we found ourselves a nice low-cost powered site that we're going to go just chill out for 2 days, try to pump out some videos.
Catch up on some blogs. And then once this bad front goes past, we'll go explore Pundana and Gawler ranges. So that's the plan. Alright guys, so we are set up camp for the night. We're at Pundana RV Park. It's pretty much the showgrounds. I'll show you where we are. We're set up here. There's a few other caravanners here. Nice big grassy oval. So it's only $15 a night for power and water, which is perfect for us. We're going to stay here 2 nights. There's some bad weather coming through tomorrow. As you can see, it's already rained this afternoon and it's predicted to rain tonight and all tomorrow. So we're just bunkering in and doing some vlogs. But yeah, so make sure you pay to stay here. Just go put your money in the box over there at that little green building. But yeah, bargain, $30 for 2 nights, power and water. Hey guys, so after a few days of bad weather and just being hermits inside our caravan, popping out some videos, we're heading out to explore the area of Pundana, I think it's pronounced. We're going to go climb Mount Pundana, which is what, Kurt? It's 73 meters tall. It's a second largest monolith on the continent.
Yes.
And
yeah, this should be pretty cool.
yeah.
There's a few other little rocks around there to climb as well. We're going to go climb this Mount Pundana first.
Most important thing, Rusty's allowed, so...
Yeah, not national park.
That's crazy.
So yeah, should be allowed to come up with us. So it's only going to be a little hike anyway. But yeah, no wind today, no rain, just a bit of cloud, but we can cope with that. Let's go. Mount Pundana was only a short 15-minute drive away from the showgrounds on a relatively tame dirt road.
We were stoked that we could take Rusty on this hike.
Tonight. So just sit with me, talking to the night until the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever want to go.
Alright, so here we are, the base of the monolith. And in 1920s they built this, what would you call this? Like a
Drain?
A drain, like waterway canal thing, and they wanted to catch all the rainfall off the monolith and catch it down the bottom, but they soon realized that the water was insufficient enough to sustain it, so they built it and then left it. And that's it.
Come closer next to me, trying to find another way to say this, but I think
we have the dam wall. They built this wall to funnel all the water, and you can see all the water trickling down and it's funneling into that canal system. So I mean, it would have been a good idea if they had rain, but yeah, it didn't really work.
It was a gradual incline up the marked track with a few signs of points of interest to see.
I think I might be stuck on you. what you did for me. For me, it seems that you're dropping clues. There's no need to rush, so let's just take our time. Dropping everything, 'cause you're stuck.
Only taken us about 10 minutes to reach the summit.
My mind. So just sit with me.
We all sat down, taking in the view, before sending the drone up for a few shots.
I don't think I ever wanna go. Come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think we were meant to be. Oh, we were meant to be. Oh.
It's crazy you don't hear more of these places. I mean, who knew South Australia had its own monolith? Well, you do now.
So just sit with me, talking through the night into the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever wanna go. Come closer next to me. Trying to find another way to say this, but I think you were meant to be with me, talking to the night into the morning, building chemistry. I don't think I ever
Time to start the trek back down.
trying to find another way to say this, but I think
We honestly think Rusty enjoyed the trek and taking in the views. It was so cool that she was allowed up here.
Not far from Mount Wadena is Turtle Rock. We could see Turtle Rock from the summit of Mount Wadena and drove round to see if we could see it up close.
Unfortunately, it appeared to be fenced off and weren't sure if you could get closer, so we just sent our drone up for a few pictures in the air.
You can see the turtle shape and how it got its nickname.
And our lucky last stop on the Wadena Rock Tour is Polder Rock. So the sign, pretty much in brief, the sign said that all these monoliths, they all provide water, and then it goes into dam. Well, it went into some tanks, some big tanks back in the day, and that's what provided water for the town and the farms and all that. But they soon realized that it just wasn't efficient enough, and they piped water from Port Lincoln all the way up here, which I don't think it's that far away, and that then became the reliable source of water. And it says that because after that they left this place, they left it and no one looked after it, and so now it's just ruins like everything else. And the sign says, you know, it would have been good if someone kept an eye on it. I mean, this looks all right. This looks kind of restored here, and you can see the dam still holding water. So I don't know, it's interesting. So here it is, guys. This is a dam. This is where it all flows to. You can see from all the watermarks as well. The sign says no swimming, so like, what's going on? I don't know. You'd think it'd all be fresh water. Maybe they say that just to cover their bum. We'll see what Rusty thinks.
Polder Rock was quite large and flat, and not very steep like the other monoliths.
We headed back to the van, packed up and hit the road, headed out to Gawler Ranges.
After checking out the information boards, we headed out to Polder Rock.
South Australia's own version of Wave Rock, and also our chosen campsite for the night.
Hey guys, so we're heading off to the Gawler Ranges for the afternoon. We're just going to camp up at Polder Rock, and we're going to go head in this afternoon and try to see a few little sights while the sun's out. I mean, it's meant to be hit and miss weather for the next few days, so we'll just see it while we can.
Yeah, Pundana's got, you can camp around the rock, which is awesome. They just request that you don't camp at the photogenic spots at the start. So it's really good they offer a free camping there. It's awesome.
And it's outside the national park, so
yeah. You're allowed dogs over there.
You're allowed dogs, us just chilling there, and yeah, we're just going to nip in for a quick look.
Yeah.
Alright, we'll keep you posted. We headed down the road and into the southwest entrance of the park.
After only being in the national park for about 20 minutes, we had already seen loads of wildlife while en route to our first point of interest.
So we're at the Organ Pipes, so we're going to go check it out. It was a 10k dirt track detour. It wasn't too bad.
Yeah, it says it's 4-wheel drive, and I guess that's for legality reasons, but it was a pretty smooth dirt road when we came through.
So we're planning to see, so we saw a couple of emus and some kangaroos.
Heaps of wildlife.
Trying to see if we can see a wombat, but anyways, we're on en route to the Organ Pipes.
Watch your step.
The Organ Pipes are probably the most popular spot in the Gawler Ranges. They were formed over 1,500 million years ago as a result of volcanic eruptions.
We had never seen anything quite like them on our travels to date thus far. Here we are at the Organ Pipes. Kind of reminds me of the Phantom of the Opera.
You could still see some water trickling down after the recent rainfall, which was cool. So I just went and saw the Organ Pipes. It was a nice, about a 500 metre stroll in. Wasn't too difficult. We did it in our Ugg boots, so that tells you how sort of easy it was. I read a tip to go there in the afternoon because the sun will shine on it, and that seemed to pay off. It was a nice orangey colour. I guess if you came in the morning, it would be in darkness, so you wouldn't get to really see it. But yeah, I liked it. What do you think, Kurt?
Yeah, it's good. Haven't seen any animals.
Yeah, but yeah, this is only our first stop here in the Gawler Ranges, so lots more to see.
Gawler National Park is home to ancient ranges, deep gullies, seasonal waterfalls and rocky gorges. It has been described as majestic natural wilderness.
We could definitely see what all the fuss was about. The landscape was absolutely stunning.
On our way to our next spot, we continue to see so much wildlife.
Next up, the Stone Dam.
There were no information boards, but I think it was pretty self-explanatory. A dam wall which looks like it was made by hand from local stone.
No water in the dam, just a kangaroo.
We haven't really seen many rabbits on our travels, so although not native, they were a novelty to see.
Off to our last spot for the afternoon, the old Panny homestead.
It was unlocked and free to roam around inside. It still had the old oven in the kitchen.
Well, that's a wrap for our afternoon in the Gawler Ranges. Time to head back to camp.
Time to get our chicken on for dinner and sit back and watch the sunset.
The next morning, we headed back into Gawler for round 2 of sightseeing.
En route, we passed this beautiful field of yellow and had to stop and get some photos.
As you can see, the track was a little muddy from the recent rainfall.
This time we entered the park from the southeastern track.
First up was the shearer's shed, a modern day galvanised shed.
A good spot to stretch the legs and wander about.
The weather still wasn't looking the best, but we pushed on, heading to our next spot.
We still couldn't believe all the wildlife throughout the park. We spotted so many different types of kangaroos, it was crazy.
Next spot was to the Gawler hut.
Assuming back in the day this hut was here for someone who was looking after the boar or maybe the sheep in this area, like a little outpost. Guessing that's what this is. So he or she would have lived in here. And there's his fireplace and kitchen cooker. As you can see, it was made out of the local wood. This is probably the original wood. There's his table, wooden table, bit of termite damage, and then rock floor. Pretty cool. Not far from the hut was Gawler Marisa Falls.
Quite nice, very similar to the organ pipes that we visited yesterday. But yeah, it's still pretty cool. Nice little spot. It's a shorter walk. As you can see over there, you can see the car. So it's a shorter walk to get to these ones. But yeah, still quite nice. Nice spot to check out in Gawler Ranges. Time to weave on down through the tracks to our last spot for the morning.
Lucky last spot on our list was Pundana Outstation.
Established in 1868, Pundana was used to farm hay and provide feed for the surrounding station's working horses and stock. It was given the nickname The Farm.
We wandered around the buildings and checked out the old machinery still about.
On our way back to camp, we spotted this guy. So I'd heard through Gawler National Park there's so many wombats. I was a little bit disappointed that we never saw a wombat in here, but we're on our way out, heading back to camp. I saw on the side of the road a bloody wombat. Ew! I got to see a wombat. Pretty sure he's a hairy nosed one. I'll have to double check. But yeah, he's pretty cute. I'm a pet wombat.
No.
It's pretty happy, just chilling.
After 10 minutes, he made his way off the road, so we let him be and continued back to camp.
The sun had finally come out, just in time for us to go explore Polder Rock.
We checked out the picnic area and signed the guest book.
After checking out the base, we headed up to check out the views from up top.
You could see the surrounding open fields and Gawler ranges in the distance.
Overall, a unique rock formation which is dog friendly and plenty of space to set up camp for the night.
Well, on that note, it's time to hit the road. Wrapping up Gawler Ranges National Park. That's a good spot in there. Nice break from civilization.
Yeah, it was nice to do two half-day, like small day trips from Hill or whatever that SA's way of rock was. We came to that.
It's more like a wildlife park. There's heaps of wildlife there.
Yeah, there wasn't too many points of interest. You got those the nice waterfall and the organs
Yep.
that we saw. But yeah, plenty of wildlife. We saw so many different species of kangaroo, all those different types. We saw so many emus, plenty of birds, and we saw that one wombat coming out, which was pretty cool. So
you could do it in a day, but that'd be pretty rushed. We didn't have Rusty. We'd spend 3 days probably there, exploring, having a good time.
There's lots of 4-wheel drive tracks as well. I think you can go off. We just stuck to the main routes and we just went and have a feel for it. Went to a few of the major points of interest, but I think you can definitely spend a couple of days in there.
Yeah, and a 4-wheel drive as well is definitely recommended. It's just a rough road, nothing serious. It's just a rough road for a national park. So
yeah, overall I think we're glad that we detoured up here and just had a little peek in there anyway. It's good to see another national park in SA. There's not too many of them around. So now we're just it's 3 o'clock. Obviously we went this morning. We're just going to track back to the coast. The weather's not the best, so we figure instead of sitting around camp twiddling our thumbs and moving tomorrow, we'll just drive through this sort of patchy weather this afternoon. So we'll aim for around to head back to Port Kenny, and we'll see where we end up. We'll keep you guys posted. Join us next time as we head back to the Eyre Peninsula and continue exploring the beautiful coastline.
Love our videos? Why not become a Patreon? Don't forget to leave us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button if you're new. Cheers, legends.